Hi, Mark Savage here with the new Audi. This is the S5 Quattro and obviously a Cabriolet. We got a convertible here. We're doing this in a little bit cooler weather, but the sun is out. It's a beautiful day. This has a V6 supercharged engine in it, 333 horsepower. So this puppy will get up and run. And the Quattro that I mentioned earlier means that it's got all-wheel drive. So great traction, good control in the winter time, good control when it's wet out.
Okay.
S5, obviously all the Audis are luxury cars, but you can see they all feature this big giant grille in the front, so it gives it kind of a distinct look. They're using a lot of LED lights in the headlights now, so it also makes it a little more distinctive looking when it's coming at you down the road, and these things are super bright. S4, this one, or S5, I'm sorry, starts at about $59,000. This one's $66,000 as it sits here. It's got a few extra things on it, navigation, backup camera. The paint job itself actually is a little bit extra cost, to about $500 for the silver color. Here's just one of the little interesting features here. I'm going to start the car up. You got to push the key fob in. This hands you a little power device here, hands you your seat belt, so it brings it up closer so it's easier for you to fasten, and then it powers itself back. Power top, of course, in the Audi. I want you to take a look at this because it's almost an engineer. Well, it's both an engineering feat and almost a work of art. Just a couple features of the interior of the car. A lot of the sportier cars now we're going with a flat bottom steering wheel, so it gives you a little more leg room, a little more maneuverability. Obviously, a telescoping steering wheel. Nice, easy to read gauges here. We got kind of a gray background on them for the daylight, so that's easy to see. The push button start, which is basically you're inserting your key fob in and push it in, and it starts the car up that way. So something a little bit different. Automatic lights, we got fog lights here. We got 3-speed seat heat. And then down here we have your little mouse that they put in these to help you control the radio, and you can kind of cruise up and down that way. I prefer buttons myself, a touch screen up here or something, or else having the 3 or 4 6 buttons across here. Little volume knob there. We also have a little volume knob on the steering wheel, a little scroller here. And really pretty easy to figure out all the controls here, so I like that. Not much in the way of sun visors. Obviously, if you got the roof down, that's not a big deal, but in the wintertime driving around, sometimes the sun gets low. You'd like to have a little bit bigger visor than that. And then this particular car has a fancier trim level on it here, so it has a kind of a carbon fiber look in the door. So we're taking a little spin in the S5. This has got a lot of power here with a supercharged engine. You can probably feel that, hear that. Got the roof down so we get a little more sound. Even though it's a convertible, it's really fairly quiet in the car when the roof's up. And the Audi, you know, one of the things that people like about Audis, just like BMWs and so forth, is they have really precise steering. So you feel like you're in a sports car. You're taking the corners, you're glued into the corners. And with its all-wheel drive, this Quattro system is just the same. It really glues you down in the corners. You don't have to worry about what kind of traction you got. It's super. I mean, it's a lot of fun to drive these cars. Now, because this is a sportier car, the suspension is sprung a little bit tighter. You know, you got a great road feel, but when you hit a really severe bump, you're going to feel a little more in something like this it's a sportier car. So this is a little tighter suspension. Just for around town, maybe you don't like that quite as much, but when you're out on the highway, it can still be a lot of fun and really put you in contact with the road. So this is the Audi S5 Cabriolet Quattro, which means it's got 4-wheel drive. That's what I like about it, is when you're out on the highway or any time when the roads get sloppy, gives you a lot of traction, a lot of really good power here with the supercharged engine, and a great handling car too. For more of my car reviews, go to savageonwheels.com.